Medieval India, page number 148, chapter number 12, the last paragraph on page 148. Sher Shah paid special attention to the land revenue system, the army and the justice. Having administered his father's Jagir for a number of years and then virtual ruler of Bihar, Sher Shah knew the working of land revenue system at all levels. With the help of a capable team of administrators, he toned up the entire system. The produce of land was no longer to be based on guesswork or by dividing the crops in the fields or on the threshing floor. Sher Shah insisted on measurement of the sown land. A crop rate called Ray was drawn up, laying down the state's share of the different types of crops. This could be converted into cash on the basis of the prevailing market rates in different area. The share of the state was 1/3 of the produce. The lands were divided into good, bad and middling. Their average produce was computed and 1/3 of it became the share of the state. The peasants were given the option of paying in cash or kind, though the state preferred cash. The area sown, the type of the crops cultivated, and the amount of each peasant had to pay was written down on paper called patta, and each peasant was informed of it. No one was allowed to charge from the peasants anything extra. Even the rates which the members of the measuring party were to get for their work were laid down. In order to guard against famine and other natural calamities, a cess at the rate of 2.5 seeds per bigha were also levied. Sher Shah was very solicitous for the welfare of peasantry. He used to say, "The cultivators are blameless, they submit to those in power, and if I oppress them, they will abandon their villages and the country will be ruined and deserted, and it will be a long time before it again becomes prosperous." Since there was a plenty of land available for cultivation in those days, the desertion of villages by the peasants in case of oppression was real threat and helped in putting a limit on the exploitation of the peasants by the rulers. Sher Shah set up a strong army in order to administer his vast empire. He dispensed with tribal levies under tribal chiefs and recruited soldiers directly. After verifying their character, every soldier had his descriptive role, chehra, recorded, and his horse branded with an imperial sign so that no horses of inferior quality may be substituted. Sher Shah seemed to have borrowed this system known as Dag or branding system from the military reforms of Alauddin Khalji. The strength of Sher Shah's personal army is put at 1,50,000 cavalry and 25,000 infantry armed with matchlocks or bows, 5,000 elephants and a park of artillery. He set up cantonments in different parts of the empire, and a strong garrison was posted in each of them. Sher Shah placed considerable emphasis on justice. He used to say, "Justice is the most excellent of religious rights, and it is approved alike by the king of infidels and of the faithful." He did not spare oppressors, whether they were high nobles, men of his own tribe, or near relations. Qazis were appointed at different places for justice, but as before, the village panchayats and zamindars also dealt with civil and criminal cases at the local level. A big step forward in the dispensation of justice was, however, taken by Sher Shah's son and successor Islam Shah. Islam Shah codified the laws, thus doing away with the necessity of depending on a special set of people who could interpret the Islamic law. Islam Shah also tried to curb the powers and the privileges of the nobles and to pay cash salaries to soldiers. But most of the regulations disappeared with his death. There is no doubt that Sher Shah was a remarkable figure. He established a sound system of administration in his brief reign of 5 years. He was also a great builder. The tomb which he built for himself at Sasaram during his lifetime is regarded as one of the masterpieces of architecture. It is considered as a culmination of the earlier style of architecture and a starting point for the new style which developed later. Sher Shah also built a new city on the bank of the Yamuna near Delhi. The sole survivor of this is the old fort Purana Killa and a fine mosque within it. Sher Shah also patronized the learned men. Some of the finest works in Hindi, such as the Padmavat of Malik Muhammad Jaisi, were completed during his reign. Sher Shah was not a bigot in the religious sphere, as is evident from his social and economic policy. Neither Islam Shah nor he dependent on the ulama, though they respected them a great deal. Religious slogans were sometimes used to justify political actions. The treacherous murder of Puran Mal and his associates after he had vacated the fort of Raisen in Malwa on the basis of a binding oath is one such example. The theologians ruled that no faith need to be kept with an infidel and that the Puran Mal had oppressed Muslim men and women. Sher Shah did not, however, initiate any new liberal policies. Jizya continued to be collected from the Hindus, while his nobility was drawn almost exclusively from the Afghans. Thus, the state under the Soors remained an Afghan institution based on race and tribe. A fundamental change came about only with the emergence of Akbar. Thank you everyone. With this, we complete chapter number 12. On your screen right now, you might be seeing the previous videos that we recorded for the chapter and a playlist along with it. Also, do press the subscribe button and press the bell icon because we publish videos every single day for you all. We might be a little bit clumsy in producing the videos, but we sure try to do it every single day. Thank you for your support and your help, and we hope that you support us in the future videos as well. All the best for exams, as your exams are approaching and they're very near. Do listen to the videos and we'll try to publish some editorials for you as well. Thank you everyone. Stay tuned and all the best for exams.